Combat City weekend is this weekend. The rated R superstar is in quite the predicament. But you could say a good predicament in a way. Because you see, he's going to be in the Combat City Elimination Chamber match for the second year in a row. After beating Randy Orton, good friend of mine, Randy Orton, to earn my spot inside the chamber match. I think before we go into the people in the match, I think we should take a look what happened last year. Last year, it was me versus Kevin Owens in the final two of that chamber. After busting my ass to finally win the championship, I had Kevin Owens exactly where I wanted him. I was going to spear him right through that pod. And what happened? Kevin Owens was able to get out of the way in the last very second. And I went head first into that glass pod. Which, if you remember, messed me up really bad. It messed me up really bad to the point where I was being taken over by Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, I defeated. And then after that, I faced Kevin Owens and lost at Seminole Uprising. So now we're here at Combat City a whole year later. Once again, Edge has the opportunity to become the number one contender, and the winner faces Kevin Owens for the Horizons Combat Defensive Championship at Wonder Wars. So let's go over the 5 men that I will be facing at the chamber, starting off with the man that was also in last year's chamber match, Drew McIntyre. I faced Drew McIntyre once before, a number of years ago. Me and Drew McIntyre, we have quite the history. And Drew, I'm telling you right now, I know what you bring to the table. You couldn't get the job done last year. And I'm telling you right now, history is going to repeat itself. Because Drew McIntyre, I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent you from facing Kevin Owens at Wonder Wars. The next man, Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, I know what you've done in VGW. You've had 2 matches in the company. A number 1 contenders match in which you lost to Pete Dunne, and then a WrestleMania 5 in which you beat Pete Dunne to become the new United States champion. But how long did that last? You had the fight of a lifetime against Pete Dunne, probably the best match on the card that night. You won the title, and then you disappeared. And now you're in this Elimination Chamber match for a shot to face off against Kevin Owens at the Defensive Championship. Matt Riddle, I know what you're capable of as well. But just like your VGW career, you're going to fall up short in the match. The next man in this, a man that's trying to make a name for himself, a luchador that I believe once called himself Fantasma Jr. That is Santos Escobar. And Santos, I'm just going to say right now, you might have that luchador background, but that is not going to save you within the 6 sides of steel, the Elimination Chamber match. It's not going to save you, Santos. And probably one of the biggest threats, a man that put Cole Quinn down on the injured list, threw him off the stage, that man being the Samoan bulldozer, Umaga. And Umaga, honestly, is a man that I've never faced. I've never faced a man quite like Umaga, and I will say this, Umaga, I will say there is a part deep down inside that is honestly unsure if I'm going to be able to surpass someone like you. But I know that in these kinds of predicaments, in a spot that I'm in right now, I'm not called the ultimate opportunist. I'm called them for a reason, and I'm going to take every opportunity that I am given to be able to surpass Umaga. Last but not least, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke, you and me have some history. You and me, VGW, King's Arrival, NXT TakeOver. It was you and me for the shot to win the Royal Throne Tournament and to face the former NXT champion Cedric Alexander in a match at TakeOver Afterlife. And now, you and me, we're gonna meet up again inside the Elimination Chamber. You and me had one of the best matches of my entire career at King's Arrival. And at Combat City, an entire year later, Shinsuke, same thing is going to happen. You know what I'm capable of. You saw it then, and you're going to see it again. I'm going to beat you, Shinsuke, right back in the middle of that ring. Just like Umaga, just like Drew McIntyre, just like Matt Riddle, just like Santos Escobar. This match is too important for my career. Because to be quite frank, I don't know how much I have left in the tank. I have been busting my ass for 6 long years. Ever since I started with CM Punk and FPW back in late 2017, you can go back in the archives. I'm willing to do everything in my power to win this match, to face Kevin Owens, not only to get my revenge from last year's Seminole Uprising, but to finally become the Horizon's defensive champion, and to finally become a main champion once more. My VGW NXT title reign didn't last very long, due to VGW and NXT going away. But now, it is time for Edge to dig down deep and to pull out whatever I can to pull the cat out of the bag and to win the Elimination Chamber match. There is nothing that anyone is going to do to stop me. And Kevin Owens, just you wait. Because of Wonder Wars, I'm going to face you for that championship. I'm going to beat you for it. The Rated R Superstar stands tall every single time.